Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream this morning. Hopefully, you all had a fantastic weekend. But right now, we actually have the market kind of gapping up this morning. It's actually having a pretty good open. A lot of stocks are up. The SPY is up around 3 points above Friday's closing price. So we're up in a pretty good way here. That pre-market move was very nice to see. As we can see, that SPY is up right around that big resistance around 390 on the SPY. So be aware of that today. But hey, that breakout was amazing. Good morning, George. Thanks for joining. Keisha says, good morning. Let's go. Hell yeah, Keisha. Let's kill it this morning. Let's find some good stocks moving. On my watch list, we have Delta Airlines up 4.9%, and they are straight up exploding. Same thing with Bank of America. Those stocks are really moving well. That is very nice to see. Wow. Wow, they actually had some really big news last night, too, with Delta and Boeing. Pretty much Delta and Boeing are going to be doing a bit of a deal. Delta's going to buy some of Boeing's planes. I think it was like 100. Like 100 planes. So that's huge there. Let's go check out the article really, really fast. I believe we can just get it on CNBC here. It should pop up because it was a pretty big order. Yeah, here it is. Delta buys 100 Boeing MAX planes. Its first major order with the manufacturer in more than a decade. So that's big, but they're buying 100 planes. Delivery slated to begin in 2025. This will be like a multi-billion-dollar deal, of course. Let me see if I can find out where the numbers were here. Let's see if we can find that out. Maybe they took it out. Oh yeah, right here. The order is worth $13.5 billion. So definitely pretty big. I mean, it could be bigger, but still, I mean, $13.5 billion is still a very nice number there. Good morning, Vicky. Thanks for joining up as well. As always, if you guys are looking for any stocks, just let me know and we will check them out today. Keisha says AMD. Wow, there we go, Keisha. I went to go check it out. We're up above $83 a share now. And we are honestly really breaking out with AMD. Look at it on, I guess this is like obviously it's a 5-minute chart, but you can go back on here about a month. Go all the way back to last month and see where AMD was. It was all the way up around like 93 or 94. So pretty big to see AMD coming back up like this to around 83. Ever since AMD fell under $100, it's just been in like a brutal sell-off. So really glad to see it coming back today. That is really good to see. There goes CCL with that nice explosion up to around 10. That's having actually a really good morning as well. I'll definitely take that one. That's for sure. Let me, I gotta eye up the options chain really, really quick, guys. Just give me 1 second. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Had to eye up some some of the CCL calls there, but yeah, let's go see. Let's go check back in on the SPY here today. Let's see how they're doing. Coming back up to that pre-market high, almost back up to 389 right now. 390 up there is going to be a pretty big level as well, but yeah, it's coming up into a lot of different larger levels here. Excuse me. Let's see what else is like really leading my watch list here. So we have CCL's actually leading my watch list, which is awesome. Glad to see that up 7.6%. That's great to see. We have ChargePoint doing quite well also. Chewy, CHWY, CHPT. Yeah, there we go. ChargePoint's up 5.7%. Crude oil is running up as well. We're running back up to around $100 a barrel. Although I don't think that crude oil running up is necessarily the worst thing that could happen. Obviously, that's terrible for the gas prices, but as long as stocks are moving up too, I'll take the trade-off. That's for sure. I'll take the trade. Wow, yeah, my whole watch list is pretty much green today. Only a couple stocks are red, which are the China EVs, like XPEV. XPEV's actually selling down in a pretty big way. That's actually a pretty bad-looking sell-off there on the chart. LI is down. And then we actually have the slower movers, or I should say the value plays down today, like Costco, Walmart. Stocks like that are actually red. They're not red a lot. You know, it's only barely. Like Walmart's only down 0.5%, for example. But nonetheless, though, they are in the red. on a day where almost everything else is green too. Yeah, let's go back to some of these clean energy stocks like Plug Power, doing quite well. I know CCL is not a clean energy stock, of course, but can't I love looking at this chart, guys. This is insane. They're up 7.3%. CCL has had a really nice breakout ever since we started breaking out of that little wedge there that we were in. So it was looking very, very hot there for a while, and yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, these airlines and cruise lines are having the moves of the morning, that's for sure. Like I said, CCL's leading my watch list up 7.4%. RCL's on there too, leading it. Delta, Plug, American Airlines, even. Where is American on my? Can't find them on my watch list. Maybe I deleted it. Let's see. Let's see how much they're up today. 4.1%. That'll help me a little bit. Yeah, it's not even. Somehow it got deleted off my watch list. Look at that. Either way, though, they're having a great day too, up 3.7%. Definitely not a bad day. Like I said, those oil plays were running up too, so keep those on the radar. But yeah, great call out, Keisha on AMD. That thing's been on fire today. If anyone else is looking for any plays, just let me know what stocks you're watching, and we will bring them up on the charts here. Maybe do some technical analysis and stuff like that on them. But yeah, Mike Chang, good morning. Thanks for joining up. But yeah, pretty exciting day so far. You know, lots of stocks are gapping up. I'll take that movement any day. It's awesome to see that the market's actually having some nice green momentum coming back in, and those Goldman earnings were awesome. So let's go check those out actually, because we've been talking all morning about how big these moves have been and everything like that. So we might as well check out, you know, Goldman's earnings here. Let's see. It says their second quarter profit fell 48%. Ooh, that doesn't sound good, but it's okay. They're going to have a lot more of other stuff going on here. Driven by industry-wide declines in investment banking revenue, still, the results were more than $1 higher than the average analyst estimated. So, cool. So they beat the estimate, which is good. They make that sound terrible at first, but revenue fell 23% to $11.86 billion, which was $1 billion more than analysts had expected. Huh, that's good. See here. Yeah, their fixed income hit 3.61 billion versus a 2.89 billion estimate, so that was pretty big. Ooh, it says they had significantly higher trading activity in interest rates, commodities, and currencies, which makes sense. Definitely makes sense. I bet their trading division did very, very well. Usually Goldman's trading division does pretty good, and I'm not sure that it's going to say that or anything here or not, but I know that usually their trading division does very well. It says right here, strong bond trading results are part of the reason why they were doing so well. And talking about Goldman's earnings, there's another pretty big thing out today. Biden's economic approval rating falls to new low on fear about inflation, CNBC survey finds. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I can't believe that they're having that much fear going here. Or how much they're talking about the fear and everything like that going on. Obviously, we have inflation and stuff like that. So it says right here, Biden's approval on his overall handling of the presidency came in at 36%, 1 point lower than Trump's worst rating. So that's kind of interesting. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Especially, I can't believe the media would say that anyways. But either way, nonetheless, I'm not trying to get political today. Just figured I'd click on that because it sounded very interesting there. Keisha says Tesla's looking good. There we go. I like to see it, Keisha. Let's see. Yeah, awesome. Up to 745, up 3.5%. Thanks for calling that one out, Keisha. Glad you pointed that one out today. It definitely has some good momentum. And if you're finding any more, definitely let me know, and I'll look at it on the chart again. But yeah, there we go. Tesla's running right up into resistance, and it looks pretty hot today. Yeah, I'll take that any day with Tesla. That's great to see that price action. It had a nice gap up this morning, just like every other stock about did. And yeah, it's running up into those resistance levels. Keith is also saying BAC got a pop. So Bank of America, there we go. It definitely did. Yeah, it had a nice move this morning in pre-market with Goldman's earnings. Looks like they ended up going up 2.79, 2.8%, which is cool. You can see Bank of America actually has more green days than red days on a percentage wise, so that's kind of cool. At least over the past trading year, that is the case. But yeah, thank you so much for the comments, Keisha. I really appreciate it. They definitely help out the stream and everything like that. And it's always cool to also see, like what stocks are moving and all those different aspects of the market that sometimes I miss because I'm, looking for everything here. But yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. But I noticed some of these China stocks like JD are actually doing well today. In stark contrast to like NIO, or I should say in stark contrast to XPEV, because XPEV's like really kind of falling off here to the downside, which is interesting. And then I go look at these stocks like JD and BABA and stocks like that, and they seem like they're doing better, especially JD. JD is having a pretty nice morning, actually, up 6%. Let's see, BABA. BABA actually has a lot of momentum here. They're running right into resistance here at 107, but either way, I mean, they have a lot of good momentum this morning. They're pointing up, and the way that they're starting to turn to the upside looks pretty hot. So I'll take that movement, but it's looking pretty good today. With Bank of America, of course, BABA, and a lot of those stocks are leading my watch list. Even Delta's leading my watch list, like we talked about earlier. Shopify leading the way. So pretty cool to see that, actually. Glad to see Shopify up. This poor stock has been, it's been scary, honestly, the past couple of weeks. Looks like it's forming a really nice support, though. Here, let's point it out here. There we go. I went ahead and drew up that support for you guys. It's actually not bad. Yeah, like a little triple bottom going on down here on Shopify. If you guys are looking for some swing plays or something, I will say this is looking pretty promising here. I'm not saying that it's going to go up for sure or anything, but it definitely is looking promising. I'm definitely entertaining a nice little swing position here on Shopify. Looks pretty nice. You can see as we zoom in further, the bounces down there around support are actually fairly good. So pretty good movement. Pretty good. Let's see what else we got here today. What else we got? ASTR. We didn't talk about that one at all, and that one's actually having a pretty decent morning. You can see on the 5-minute candles, ASTR has been pretty much running up all day today. Let's go to the 1 minute. Ooh, yeah, 1 minute looks a little gross there. Let's go back to the 5 with the low volume on ASTR. Sometimes it's looking bad on those 1 minute candle. Even the 5 minute don't look too good, but yeah, today it opened. It looks okay though. You can see how it really gapped up, and it's up around like $1.44. Oh man, sorry about that, guys. Had a yawn sneak up on me there, but yeah. So ASTR is up 2.2%. I mean, it's nothing crazy percentage-wise either, honestly. Let's see the daily on ASTR. Ooh, that's actually pretty scary, guys. That daily looks looks pretty rough. It is kind of moving off of support though recently, but yeah, that overall move is just brutal, brutal actually. Kind of worries me a little bit. It's so brutal. Let's see though. Let's see what stocks we got moving here. George says Lucid's breaking out. 1 hour time frame. Lucid, LCID. I love Lucid actually. I don't love them, but I like the stock, I should say. I think it's a fun one to trade. I don't think Lucid's gonna be that good of a longer term play. I mean, it probably will be a good long term play. I just I think it's a little bit risky compared to a lot of stocks, but uh I do like them though. But yeah, they are up today a bit, George, 6.4%. And yeah, they are really breaking out. Like you said, on that 1 hour time frame, they broke above like $20.50, it looks like. Yeah, something like right around 20.50. They had like a double top going on, and yeah, cool to see that, George, and good idea calling out the hour time frame, because yeah, you can really kind of notice how it's breaking out above a lot of these key levels. So nice call, George. Cool. Yeah, Lucid's having a great day. Let's see how Rivian's doing. Lucid and Rivian, the two buddies. Yeah, it looks like Rivian's also doing quite well today. Yeah, I was just joking about them being buddies, by the way. They're competitors, but they're both those newer EV stocks, which are funny. But yeah, Rivian's even having a pretty good day. Looks like they are trying to break out too. They're just not quite there yet. Rivian needs to probably break out above like, it's like 33.25, maybe like something like that on Rivian would be pretty good. But yeah, let me know what other stocks you guys are seeing, or any big economic data points or anything like that. I'm definitely be interested. Let's go look at some news on CNBC this morning, see what's going on here. So wow, it says Biden's economic approval rating falls to new low on fears about inflation. We talked about that a little bit. We talked about Goldman. We talked about Boeing even too. What's this? EU signs new gas deal as fears grow over Russian supply cutoffs. Let's see. Who'd they sign a deal with though? It says they they were in Azerbaijan. I know how to say this. I don't want to try. Azerbaijan. I've heard it been said a lot. I just cannot cannot spit it out. But nonetheless, they met in this Azer or whatever, which borders Georgia, Turkey, Armenia, Russia, Iran, and the Caspian Sea. It looks like they had the European Commission president had a meeting there, which is interesting. So they signed a deal for gas. Hmm. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know. It's cool to see that they're that they're exploring different options though for gas, or yeah, I guess you would call this gas. Yeah, they're calling it gas anyways. Gas deal, I guess, oil deal, whatever you want to call it. But nonetheless, that's a pretty good thing. That should make them more independent from Russia. The only thing is like these things don't always happen overnight. So I don't know how exactly they're gonna ship it all there and stuff like that. But hey, it sounds pretty cool. But yeah, it sounds like there's still some pretty bad stuff going on over here in Russia and Ukraine. Let's see what this report says. It says Russia's Ukraine offensive now relying on a private mercenary group that's hiring convicts, UK says. That sounds pretty bad. I know that they've been using a lot of those things called the Chechen military groups, and I don't know if that's exactly what this is, but I know they were having a lot of those Chechen strike teams and stuff like that, working for Russia. And I'm not sure that that is exactly what they're talking about here in this article, but nonetheless, it's not too surprising that Russia is using, private mercenary groups and stuff. Even though the U.S. uses a lot of mercenary groups, or we at least did in the Iraq and Afghanistan wars and stuff like that. And a lot of those deaths, uh, a lot of deaths were actually mercenary deaths, so they didn't even count, you know, as a regular death, which is strange because you don't even know, it's a lot of mercenary groups and stuff. There's actually a lot of them out there, believe it or not. A lot of U.S. soldiers, ex-U.S. soldiers, join a lot of groups like that, which is very interesting. Sean Cornish says, what do you think of mRNA and Riot? Good morning, Tom. Hey, good morning, Sean. How are you doing today? Hopefully your merger is going well. But, yeah, what do I think of Mara and Riot? Let's see, Mara. Wow, that's actually coming up in a pretty good way, Sean. Wow, Mara's having a great move. Let me that is actually very, very nice. Let me put this on here with Bitcoin. So yeah, you can kind of see it's been following Bitcoin. Every time Bitcoin has a big drop down or a big move back up, Mara and Riot end up moving up too, usually at least, with Bitcoin, which is cool. As we know, they follow each other, but TradingView is cool. You can just add the secondary thing you want to compare onto the chart right there at the bottom. I can actually I'll add Riot on there just so we can have both. Yeah, so Riot is the orange line, and you can see where obviously we have the candlesticks for Mara. So you can see they're really following each other, which is good considering that they both follow crypto. So glad to see that they're both moving up a lot today. That's amazing. And as far as what do I think about them though, Sean? Personally, I kind of feel like that these stocks are very, very risky. Although I feel like that getting them at a good price is definitely a good way to go. And right now, you're getting it at a pretty good price on the dip. Just keep in mind, the low is down around, $6 or $5, which is another like 50% drop from where we are. So just keep in mind, like let's just say in, just in a hypothetical sense, let's just say you had $5,000 right now to invest on Mara. If you threw $5,000 at it, it could go back down to five, and you're down, 2.5 grand right off the bat. Now, obviously, that's probably not going to happen right away, but nonetheless, it's definitely some type of risk to keep in mind, given how low of a price Mara is. But I will say, I like it because if crypto starts going up, these stocks should move up with it. Now, as long as you're eyeing up crypto the right way and you understand how crypto moves and stuff and how it's volatile, then I think Mara and Riot are pretty good investments. And at this price, they're probably a pretty good investment. If you're going to average in, starting to do it right now is probably not a bad time to start. And, you're getting it at a discount that these stocks haven't been at since before the big boom there with AMC, GameStop, and just crypto in general. So those are my thoughts with it. I don't love them, Sean. I'd rather put my money in safer places. But I will say for like swing trades and for shorter term setups and trades like that, I think that these stocks can be awesome, especially for momentum, kind of like what we're seeing today. Like that momentum has been amazing, and I love them for the momentum and stuff like that, just not for the longer term necessarily. But great question though. I really like talking about Mara and Riot. It's been a while since we've spoken about those. Even in the nightly videos, like Mike and I haven't talked about them in forever either. So pretty cool there in that sense. But yeah, I appreciate you guys really joining up today. Seriously, thank you, Sean, Raymond, George, Keisha, everybody like that. Seriously, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of the comments and activity in the chat, of course. That really helps get the stream moving and stuff like that. But going back to CNBC today, let's go back and check in on some of these articles. Anything big coming out again? Let's see. Anything here? Goldman CEO says inflation is deeply entrenched in the economy. And yeah, it probably is. I'm a little bit worried we're back to like the 70s with inflation. Here, let's look at like a long-term inflation chart. Let's see. Trying to find my favorite website. Might be Macro Trends. Yeah, this one kind of sucks. See how it like is really like lags behind? It's like a yearly one. Yearly chart. But nonetheless, like it shows, the reason I brought this up is to show how in the 70s to the 80s, the inflation stayed up. So that's what I wanted to show. And here, like, let's look from 1970 to 1983. Or let's just do 1970. Let's do 1965 to 1985. So you can kind of see how the inflation at the beginning of the 70s started getting rampant, right? Up at like 11%. And you can see all throughout the 70s, the inflation was all over the place. Like we were at 11%, then we were at 5%, then we were at 7, then back up to 13%, then back down. So like, we were really having some pretty crazy rates on that inflation. And it's pretty insane to see how much it was up there year over year like that. Yeah, that is actually pretty interesting because we had like a 10-year period where we stayed up above like 5%. So pretty insane to think about that actually, considering how high inflation is now. I hope we don't have another 10-year period of up above 5%. That would be terrible. And obviously we're not in the same predicament as we were then, but keep in mind oil prices and stuff like that have been going up now, and we did have an oil crisis in the 1970s, so keep that in mind. Max Orkut says how to create the Excel sheet. So the Excel sheet, I'm assuming you mean the Excel sheet that you see on the stocked up live videos that come out every Saturday, Max. So that sheet obviously is custom, and we've been using it for a long time lately. If you want to, you can private message me on Discord, and I might be able to get you a copy like of the code for that Excel sheet. But pretty much, I'm not even using Excel. We use something called Google Sheets, Max. So all you have to do is just go to Google Sheets. It's like sheets.google.com, and you just go on there and you can just make your own little Excel sheets and stuff. And yeah, pretty much like we custom made it, or we just copied a code. I can't really remember. You can just copy a lot of the sheets that are out there though, and kind of get your own going off of that. But yeah, that's how we use those for those Saturday videos, Max, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I appreciate all the likes, guys. We're up to 10 likes. If you haven't liked the video yet, definitely like it up. It definitely helps me out. We'll definitely get some maybe YouTube will help us out too. If we get more likes, maybe YouTube will help push the stream a little bit more, something like that. That would be cool if YouTube would do that for us. YouTube has been pretty brutal, I will say, guys, the past year. I will say, like, the whole the algorithm and everything like that has been kind of whack. If you think about it, it pushes. It's for a while there, all it was really pushing was like Ukraine videos and stuff like that, and now it's kind of pushing like for a while then it was the Johnny Depp stuff. Max, yeah, I would help you, Max, but the thing is, it's on like a sheets thing, and I don't want everybody to see all my sheets. Let me go see if I can like do this in the background and like get it going. I just don't want everybody to see everything that I have in my Google Docs here, and keep in mind Mike has the main sheet, so keep that in mind. So like, I don't want to show this either. Here, let's see. Here, so here. I'll show you what to do in a second. It's honestly super easy. Like it's easy to the point like you should just look up a video. But so here I'm on Sheets. If you just click I'll click my golf scores, okay? So I click my golf scores. So you can just enter in what you want at the top up here. Simple as that, and then you just enter in all the info you want in the boxes. So you'll put in like AMD. You'll put in right here instead of course, date, score. You'll put stock, purchase date, sell date, purchase price, sell price. Profit loss maybe, notes. You can like set it up however you want, but there's like lots of different ways like that, and then you just add them in as you go. So like if I was trading, I would add in like AMD. I would say the date, 7-18-22, and then I would do like, I bought it for 85, sold for 87. That was 25%. And you can also do calculations that then show that, you know, like if you input two numbers here, you can make it so that this will pop up with like a percentage, and there's like a whole bunch of stuff you can do, and you can fully customize it. So you'll have to play around with it a little bit. You know, you can't just like hop on and get it right away, Max. But yeah, you'll just have to play with it a little bit. Should be able to help if you go to the Google Sheets. But yeah, good question though. Keisha says Amazon's looking nice. Let's see, Amazon. Oh, I'm on Google. I thought I was on the. I just Googled it instead of searching it on TradingView. That's funny. Yeah, you're right. It is looking nice. It was actually breaking out for a minute there, Keisha. That's actually a pretty good little breakout that was happening, but it kind of faked out a little bit. Yeah, it did. It faked out. It moved up and then faked us. Came right back down now. Definitely not what you want to see out of good old Amazon like that, but it'll probably come back though. Let's see. It looks like it's trying to come back right now. There we go. Hey, Max. Max says how to get breakout stocks. Well, you know, Max, I mean it's honestly not it's not an easy answer. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. I will say finding a good scanner is usually a pretty good way to go. What I like to do, you can just type in pre, and you can see pre-market screener here by Market Watch. So sometimes you can go to like the Market Watch pre-market screener, and you can kind of see like what stocks are moving before the market opens, and then that way you have a good idea of what's already moving. So then like when the market opens, maybe you can have some big movers. So like today, Plug Power was up 5.6% in pre-market. So like let's go see where Plug is now. So you see Plug kept going up all day. You know, it was up 5% in pre-market. Now it's up 9.2%. So that's a pretty good way, Max, is to find some good breakouts, is to go on like some good pre-market screeners. Also, you can use Thinkorswim to make your own screeners, which is really cool as well. If you know how to do that, you can definitely make those. Also, Max, you can go to finviz.com, and on Finviz, you can click screener over here at the top. You click screener. Now you can screen stocks based on all of these different things going on here. So let me see if they have one for percentage movement. Maybe that's a technical. Let's see. Oh, nope. See, but look at all this. They even have like, you can do price 10% below the SMAs. You know, like you can do all types of stuff on these. It's actually cool. Here we go. The fundamentals. It might be what it is. Let's see. So yeah, you can even filter stocks based on like PE or, you know, EPS growth this year. Like, let's see. Over 30% EPS growth this year. That's the way I'm filtering it right now. So you can see now all these stocks have an EPS growth of over 30%, which is really cool. Trying to see some cool ones here. Let's go to page 5. There's just so many stocks though. So like, you know, I would do an EPS growth over 30%. Then I would go to descriptive, and I would do a market cap of, you know, over, I would say over 2 billion. Okay, now that makes it even like a lesser of a list. But yeah, that's another good way to do screeners, is to come on this website, Finviz, and try doing them this way. I feel like these are pretty good screeners too, because you can do average volume. So you're going to want to do something with volume there. Obviously, it's nothing like what we're seeing with some of these other like for example, obviously like with Thinkorswim, you can do a lot more with their custom scanners and stuff. But just keep in mind that, you know, Finviz is free, so, you know, it is what it is. But they do have some pretty good stuff going on. Like, the current volume. There we go. Like you're gonna want to look at current volume and uh, volume increases and stuff like that. Usually, that's how you'll usually scan for good breakouts. But yeah, there's actually some good videos. I'll have to look up some videos and throw them in here for you, Max. But yeah, finviz.com will help you pretty good. I will say, Thinkorswim has really good scanners if you could get on that. George says, Tom, check run and end phase. Hell yeah, let's check those out. Run and end phase. There we go. Run is running. 8.8%, George. Thank you for that one. That's huge, actually. Yeah, they're having a very nice day. They're like leading my watch list actually as well. They're actually third on the watch list to Plug and ASTR, but Plug is another one that's running up. Those two, I guess you'd call them clean energy stocks, Plug and Run. Even Charge Point's having a great day. Yeah, and George also said Enphase. Good old ENPH. Let's see, Enphase. Yeah, Enphase having a really good breakout, up above $200, George. That's actually a very, very, very nice move. That's awesome. Cool. Glad to see Enphase moving like that. Usually sometimes Enphase has like some lower volume, but man, today it has been on fire. That is a huge breakout. Can't even believe I'm saying it's up above $200 a share. That's actually really, really good, George. Yeah, that's amazing, actually. An amazing runner. Let's see, Enphase. What else we have moving today on the watch list? I know Astra's up like 9%. Let's check them out. ASTR. That's actually looking pretty hot today, too. Go to that 5-minute. Yeah, there we go. Looks a little strange there. Let me pull up Astra on here real quick. Yeah, it just is not the best looker. Not the best looking stock on the charts, that's for sure. On intraday charts, Astra looks rough actually. Can't believe Astra was down to $1.20. They were at like $3 a couple months ago, so wow, it fell off a lot and it fell off quick too. Like really, really quick. So that's actually insane. I cannot believe that Astra fell off that much. That is like, look at that. Oh, that's even just on back in June, they were at like $2.66. Even from there, they've fallen like 50%. Not even counting like up at $3. Wow. Yeah, that's terrible, guys. Good old ASTR. How about Astra? What are the other space ones? We have SPCE. Hey, SPCE is actually having a good move today. Up above $7.50. This actually ain't bad. SPCE. What else do we have? We have RKLB as well. Rocket Lab. Yeah, 6% for them too. Awesome. That's cool. I will say the thing that really sucks with Rocket Lab is the percentage green days, the percentage red days. That is rough, but that's all right. Wow. Yeah, Rocket Lab, George. That was the one. You got it. You got it before I said it. Probably that was the right one. Keisha says nice pop in Netflix today. Yeah, wow, that is having a very nice pop. Keisha ahead of earnings coming out tomorrow. So be ready, guys. Earnings tomorrow after hours. That's going to be big for stocks, obviously, especially Netflix. Tomorrow before open too, we have Johnson and Johnson, Lockheed Martin. So definitely be on the lookout. Next week is going to be pretty big, I think. Even Tuesday after close, we have Interactive Brokers. Interesting. I know some of you guys use them as a brokerage. I think IB is pretty good. Good old IB. It's been a while since I've talked about them, but Keisha also says ChargePoint. Yeah, ChargePoint's having a great move today with those other stocks that George was talking about, like Run and Enphase. I don't know what's up with these clean energy stocks today, but they are doing very well. Whether it's ChargePoint, Enphase, Run, Lucid, like anything like that has done fairly well so far this morning. Even like CCL, AAL, the airlines, they're holding up quite well even too. Yeah, now it's kind of falling back over though a little bit, which is a little bit unfortunate. It's all right though. It's nothing too surprising. Just obviously not the type of move we'd want, but it's okay. George says Spy's coming down. Is it with American Airlines? Oh no, George. Oh no, it broke below the pre-market low. Oh man. Yeah, it looks like we might be trying to fill that gap back down to 385 maybe. I hope we don't come down that much though. Let's see like what's going on here. I'm going to my watch list. Let's see like what's causing this sell-off today. Ooh. My watch list doesn't show too many stocks down in the red really. Let's see like CVS, McDonald's, MCD. Well, guys, I'm gonna look up a trading view heat map on another screen. Trading view heat map. Wow, this heat map is pretty cool and pretty funny. It has all the symbols on it. Like it has their not just their symbol, it has their logo. I kind of like it though. Oh wow, so you can click each company. Interesting. Wow. I like this. This is cool, guys. Oh, look, you can take the logos off. There we go. I knew we could. Title will be the description. Oh, okay. I see. Symbol. Okay, so we have two values on each one. Market cap. There we go. Wow, that's cool. I like this, guys. This is a cool heat map. Wow. Wow, that's really nice, actually. Let's put those logos back on. This is cool. Yeah, I like this. Do you guys like this too? I kind of think that's cool with the logos and stuff. I mean, oh wow, okay, so they don't show up, but then like when you scroll in, they'll come up. Wow, that's neat. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, I'm glad I found this today. I usually just go on the FinViz heat map, but this one should it should update live. So like it's 1.23%, 1.2%. That should be really close to where to like what's going on here. Yeah, we got AbbVie. The healthcare sector is kind of down this morning, guys. Looks like these chip stocks are doing very well, though. Like Nvidia's having one hell of a day. What's this one? Oh, N phase. Yeah, of course. I didn't know that counted as technology. I figured that would be in like the clean energy sector or something. Oh, Seagate's down there still. Forgot about good old Seagate. Keys, I don't know about them. GD, General Dynamics, Northrop. They're putting that in the electronic technology sector. They should have a defense sector for that. That is funny. So I like this heat map. They could probably do a little bit better with their sectors, I guess, but it's okay. It's not bad. It's cool though. So this is the S&P 500. We could do all U.S. companies. Oh, oh, geez. Whoa, look. Oh my gosh, it works. What the? Guys, this is something else. This heat map is insane. Wow, look at those. That's this is every stock on the market here in this heat map. That's insane. Wow, that's a cool heat map though. If you guys are interested, definitely go check that out on TradingView. That is a really cool one. I will say that's pretty cool. Let's go back to the SPY though. George said SPY was kind of falling off. Yeah, let's see. I wanted to see on the map because I didn't really notice anything was all that red, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, nothing's down that much. I mean, it's maybe some healthcare stocks, some utilities. I mean, here's the consumer stocks, just normal like retailers and stuff. They're slightly in the red. Looks like some healthcare is in the red, but for the most part, a lot of these like technology stocks are green, and Google, Microsoft, Meta, and all of them are up in the green. CRM, Netflix. I mean, what's this? Match. I mean, yeah, these stocks are doing quite well, actually. I mean, interesting. Can't believe the market's down. Or it's not down, but I can't believe it's falling back down here. Let's go see Meta. Yeah, I mean, I guess everything's just pulling back. Like Meta, Apple, Microsoft. Yeah, it's just everything's starting to turn back around. Which I guess that's pretty expected after those big gaps like that. Yeah. If you guys are still looking for anything else this morning, let me know and I'll check it out before we end the stream here. Got about 10 minutes left or so. So if you guys are interested in anything else or you want anything out here, definitely let me know and we can check it out. So yeah, really appreciate that. But so far today, the biggest things moving are still like N phase, run, stocks like that. They're still having pretty good days so far, and they're still leading my watch list. Charge point, run, plug, N phase, they're all up there. Let's see, charge point, CHPT, there we go. Yeah, charge points up 6 point something percent. CCL still up there, which is cool to see. I'm glad to see that they're not falling off yet. Be nice if they kept going. Let's see. JD, China stock, they're pulling back a little bit. The one we haven't really looked at too much today is Nvidia, and they've been doing quite well actually. A lot better than I was expecting them to do actually. They've been turning back to the upside in a very good way, and yeah, they're having one heck of a move. So I'll take that with Nvidia. That's awesome. That really is awesome. Let's see. Let's go look at crude oil actually really quick. Crude oil. Oh gosh, what did I go with? I must have clicked the wrong crude oil futures here. Oh yeah, I did some weird exchange. Yeah, let's go to the NYMEX. There we go. Yep, $99 a barrel right now. Just under $100 a barrel with crude. It looks like it is coming up though. It's had a pretty nice past couple days. I'll give crude oil that. It is it has had a very nice past couple days, so. But yeah, it sucks to see it up. I hate to see it up so much today. Like it says down here, 1.38%. Yeah, it's not what you want. Especially, it's really not what you want whenever gas costs, you know, $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon, stuff like that. Obviously, that makes people really angry seeing gas at those prices. I almost can't even believe that gas is those prices. Let's actually see. Let's see here. Gasoline. Where's the futures? Here they are. RB. Yep, you can see it looks just like the crude oil chart. Yep. Pretty similar to the crude oil chart. Almost spot on. So, interesting with that. Gas was so low in price there for a while. It was awesome. I honestly remember thinking, though, like in my head, I was like, you know, this is going to turn around soon. Although I will say I never expected it to turn around that much. Yeah, if you guys want me to check out any last minute stocks or anything like that, just let me know and we will check it out over the next few minutes. But let's go back to CNBC really quick, see if there's anything big still coming out here. Home builder sentiment takes historic plunge in July as buyers pull back. Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's pretty big though, guys, with this home builder sentiment. Like it says right here, sentiment about current sales conditions saw the largest drop while buyer traffic fell firmly into negative territory. So buyer traffic is actually negative now. This looks cool, guys. Look at this. Ford unveils new F-150 Raptor R pickup with 700 horsepower. It comes with a supercharged V8. Probably the same engine that comes inside of the Shelby GT500, I'd guess. At least something similar. The prices are going to start at $109,000 though. Wow. Wow, that's insane. I think these trucks look really cool though. I will say the Ford Raptor has always looked awesome. I hope they make it look really cool on the inside though. They need to like look at like what Rivian did on the inside and try to do something like that, honestly. It's pretty big though, guys. 700 horsepower and 650 foot-pounds of torque. That, I mean, that's a lot. For all my car guys out there, if you got a 700 horsepower car, you know, you got a good one. Let's see. Today, Ford. How about Ford stock? Yeah, I mean, Ford's gapping up, but everything gapped up, so I'm not really thinking that they're gapping up because of that news. I don't think that news is going to really help them too much or hurt them. It's just normal news. It's Kind of cool news though. These companies, I think they underestimate how much like the performance aspect of cars brings in customers. You know, like for example, that's why like BMW, Mercedes, and you know a lot of them car brands do so well. They're obviously just so high performance. They have like luxury. You know, they have a lot of stuff going for them. Where you get a lot of these other car brands now, and you know like Ford and GM and these companies, and you get in, it's just like little plastic all over the place and cheap plastic and everything like that. And even Tesla has been terrible. Tesla's build qualities are awful. I love Tesla. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool. I think it's cool what they do with their design, and I think the inside of their cars look awesome and stuff like that. But nonetheless, there's definitely, in my opinion, a pretty big issue as far as like Tesla's build quality. Because if you watch videos, they'll like push on the plastic and it'll creak, it'll crack, it'll, you know, they'll go around and they'll see all types of stuff with, um, you know, with the Tesla vehicles being wrong, like little body lines aren't, you know, the same gaps, you know, stuff like that. Like the body lines aren't lined up right, and like a whole bunch of different things. Build quality issues really is what they bring it down to. But nonetheless, it's really cool to see that Ford's doing that. I'm sure Chevy will be coming out with something similar now too, to try to compete with that truck. I know Chevy doesn't really have any racing trucks. I mean, there is some, but you know, Ford has always had the Raptor. The Ram has always had like the Hemi Sport and all that. I know that there's a couple Chevy racing trucks, but they need to make like a, and I think they will make like a super version, kind of like what Ford's doing here with the Raptor R. Nonetheless, though, these stocks are doing okay today, Ford and GM. They both pulled back a little bit over the past few minutes, but besides that, they've done pretty well overall. Whoa, guys, I just noticed Redbox just climbed up my watch list now. That's big here. Up 8.5% a second ago. That's pretty big with Redbox. I also noticed ASTR is coming back too. ASTR is now up 9%, so that's big. But yeah, Redbox, RDBX actually came out of nowhere. It wasn't really on my watch list too high earlier, and yeah, it started really running up. That is just huge move there with Redbox. So very interesting to see it up that much like that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys really joining up today. I really appreciated George, Vicky, Max, Sean, Keisha, everybody. Seriously, I really appreciate you joining up, and I appreciate all the comments. They really help me out. They really do. They keep the stream going and everything like that. So really, I appreciate it. Hopefully, we had some pretty good profits come out of today, guys. I mean, you know, today's been pretty well so far. Lots of stocks are moving. Yeah, things are doing fairly decent. Even DraftKings is up in the green, which is surprising. So fingers crossed that stays up there. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. I appreciate it. And if you make any profits, post them in that profits channel. You know, that's awesome. I'm always interested, and I'll definitely be looking around in there. So thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your day.